Fuck me. We need tongue.
This is the Dude Loft Mountain podcast with your hosts, Gabe, Tanner, and Tommy.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Dude Loft Mountain. I'm your host, Gabe, joined with Tanner.
Howdy.
And Tommy.
Jesus.
Excuse Tommy.
Somehow his autism activated since the last episode.
Well, so I was really hyped for the Olympics in the last episode, and I've been watching. And so this year, they added surfing, skateboarding, and two others that I can't think of right now.
Dude, surfers are the dumbest.
So I watched it, and it was really impressive. I liked how they did it. And I fell in love again.
With who?
With surfing?
No. Not with surfing.
Oh.
God, I wish I could surf. No, the Japanese team was just really attractive. Very attractive.
I don't know. Why did Tanner look at me?
I don't know. I haven't
Tanner
been
looked
watching
at me
it, so.
like I should know something or like I have a secret love.
I did put it on so that Tanner could see the surfing for a bit, and
I was underwhelmed.
Yeah, because they're not like huge waves. They're
I was like,
waves.
oh, Surf's Up was like one of my favorite movies growing up. I want to see these guys.
Well, I mean, it's
some huge monster waves, and it didn't happen.
Japanese surfing, and like aren't the best swells like in like fucking like Tahiti and or not Tahiti? What
Hawaii?
Well, like Hawaii has some good surfing spots, and then there's supposed
Japan
to be
does
like
too.
Big Sur. I think is a place in
Big Surf.
Big Sur.
Japan, I think, has decent surfing as well.
That's just
Their
that feels like
country-
such a weird Olympic event because it's up to chance. Like I never understood how they score that.
I agree too.
Because like if
So-
someone just gets a really good wave, they're gonna win. Like
Well, and when I watched it, it's like, yeah, every single wave was like 2 feet tall, and they rode it for maybe 10 seconds, and then each ride, regardless of who's riding it, it's similar too. Like they ride the wave, they come up, they like do a jump and flip the board, and then they ride the wave again.
is this
And it's
happening
like,
in the ocean?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't do like a wave pool.
That's
So-
what I thought too.
That's what I originally thought. I was like, I wonder if it's going to be indoors or it's going to be on the ocean, because so it's the way that they do it is very similar to how they do other water things is time, because water is always different. So you can't really like, oh, that wave was this tall, so therefore you get this much points. So they don't really do that. But their waves were pretty consistent. I don't know if they have someone like making the waves in the distance, like a ship or something.
No, I doubt it.
Or if it was just the current. But
Just 50 Japanese men with oars. Just
that would be more expensive than just doing a wave pool.
yeah.
But so it was pretty cool. They were consistent. I don't really understand their point system, but yeah, like it was very much like you ride the wave. If you land your trick and ride the wave, and it's so hard to judge Olympians anyway, because like diving, I've watched diving the last 4 or 5 Olympics because Tom Daley won gold for the first time ever. And I was very, very proud, very excited. But I've watched them and I'm like, oh, that was a really good one. And then the judges are like, it could have been better. And I'm like, wow, what did you notice?
Poor effort.
Yeah. But there's like, I don't know, I want to say like 6 judges, and each of them get a category. Like you watch specifically this portion. So in terms of diving, one person watches how in sync the 2 divers are. One does how the water was affected. One does the type of movement from before jumping off. One does the type of movement coming off of it. Like everyone has a specific thing because they are all so good. Like they are just perfection almost every time. So all their scores are always like 0.5.
It's so technical.
Yeah. So it's really difficult for me to be like, what the fuck are they doing? Because they all just look the same when they're doing surfing, because I've never seen surfing as a competition. But it was pretty cool. It was. I'm glad it was in the ocean, because that's kind of cool that they get to go in the ocean. And I'm wondering how they're going to do landlocked countries when they host Olympics. Because
I'll probably just do a wave pool. or something.
Or the next nearest ocean.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the big the big problem or the big gripe about the Olympics right now is that countries who build these, huge, massive stadiums and arenas and campuses and, for the Olympics to come for a summer or, winter or whatever. And then they leave
Village. Mm-hmm.
and these things just go abandoned. Some go unused. Some are reused.
Mm-hmm.
I think the London Stadium is an Olympic field that now West Ham United uses.
Mm-hmm. And Olympians still go there to do their practices and workouts. And stuff.
So it's one of those. It'll probably just be a thing that is like, okay, now you just have to build a wave pool because surfing is now in. Now you have to build a skate park.
Mm-hmm.
So. But,
yeah, and I was curious. One is if you're a country and you have to bid on if you want to host. If you don't want to, if you don't have an ocean and you don't have a way around that. Whether you want to do I want to build a wave pool or do I want to ask another country, hey, we'll do the ceremony here and then these group of people who need the ocean will do their games because they don't happen at the same time. They're all different times and different schedules and it goes over the course of weeks. Mm-hmm. They can all be sent to the nearest ocean. So in Japan, it's an island. So where they did the surfing competition was completely on the other side from when they did the ceremony and where they live and stuff. They just shuttle them all out across
that's
the city.
how the World Cup was too. The last one was in Russia, and the stadiums were in 3 or 4 different points of Russia that were all Russia's fucking huge. Mm-hmm. They're all probably close to thousands of miles away from each other. So these guys were flying
back and forth. To play. And so I assume it's going to be similar to that. Also, now that skateboarding is an Olympic sport, do you think it'll be less viewed like a bad thing?
No.
Because people fucking hate skateboarders.
It'll take a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to have that aura around it as long as skater kids on the street are still skating on stuff and everything like that and pissing people off.
I never understood
Which I'm all for
why.
it. Fucking go for it. But
it's also a generational thing. The only people that really, really despise skateboarders, I feel are older generation.
Yeah. It's
so it's
our generation doesn't give a shit.
I've never understood, but I saw a sign the other day that was no skateboarding. And I was like, who the fuck gets mad at skate? One, I see skateboarders travel long distances on their skateboard to shops and stuff to do things. I didn't know it was a problem, but I mean, I am in an older, retired area of a bunch of old people.
I don't understand why old people get all worked up over certain stuff, dude.
Yeah, that's weird.
In the old neighborhood I used to live in, there was this old man who used to sit on a lawn chair on a corner that was pretty trafficked, and people would fly around this corner in their cars, and he would sit in his lawn chair with a sign that said, "Please slow down," and that's how he would spend his afternoon, every day for weeks. He would just sit out there and yell at people as they drove by, doing the speed limit, just being normal. But old people just love to get worked up over stuff that doesn't matter, doesn't affect them at all.
Retirement's not for everybody. Is what you just are telling me. He should have just worked until the day he died.
Yeah,
that's too much time.
It's just that get off my lawn kind of mentality. It's
but that I understand because that's your lawn.
True.
People driving around the corner. And you're wasting your valuable time because you are old.
Yeah.
Complaining about something that is moving too fast for them to care that what you said. Doesn't make any sense.
I hope I never get to that point in my life where I have nothing better to do but just to
I know I'm an angry
person.
person. I never want to be that angry and bitter. I could be in a jacuzzi.
I think it would be fun though to be an old person and plan time in your day to drive around and slow down traffic. I think
I hope I get to be the one who fucking murders you. You just made me so upset.
So I was thinking, because when I'm old, I can't wait to be to just say things that are going to make people uncomfortable because I'm old.
You can do that now.
Well, yeah, but it's not as fun as if I'm old.
Oh, okay.
If I'm old, and I'm just singing a Missy Elliott song I don't even remember the lyrics.
Oh, no.
Oh, I don't remember the lyrics. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, joke is gone. But it's I want to be that old to where I make people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You want to watch the world burn because I would fucking kill someone. It's like, why is the traffic slowing down? Just this old man is just zigzagging like through the fucking I-10.
I'm just gonna live in a
That'd be
Chiba
great.
hut.
Yeah.
I'm just
In the Chiba Hut?
every morning they'll open the door for me, like, "Hi, Tommy." I'm like, "Hi." You know, just go sit in that Chiba hut and eat Chiba hut all day.
There are people like that. When I worked at Applebee's, there was a person. As soon as we opened the door, he would be right there waiting in his car for us to open the door.
I'm ready.
Mm-hmm. And he would come with his paper and other things for him to do and doodle. And from the moment we opened, he would sit at the bar and would sit there until probably 5 or 6 in the evening, and then he'd go home every day. I have no idea what the fuck his name was. I avoided him like the plague. I was like, I don't understand why. Why do you have so much time to waste? Do you have nothing else to do?
Nothing better to do.
Really? Nothing?
I don't know. Dude,
Anything?
people lose creativity in retirement, I feel like you have so much time, you could do so much stuff, and it's like, oh, I got into golfing and then I was done with it. Now I don't know what else to do. Anything
I'm
else.
gonna be a pimp.
A pimp?
Yeah, the minute I
I'd be
retire,
okay with
I'm gonna pull some girls together. We're just gonna start a whorehouse.
You know, I
When
really
you,
hope.
when you say pull a couple girls together, is like, would it be also people your age, like older ladies? Would it be like a weird, like cougar kind of pimp?
I think that's a little old to be called cougars, isn't it? What? Okay, wait, what's the fucking deal? We got shifting and very muddy and vague ages on the words MILF, cougar,
Puma.
mature. Like what's the age? Because a cougar used to, when we first heard it, it was like older, like 55 and up lady wanting a younger, like 20s guy, right? That was a cougar. Now it's kind of like anyone who's over 38 or is like a hot mom but never had kids.
Well,
like, is
I always thought cougar was just like a girl that is with a guy that's older or that's younger than her. Like, regardless of like if you're really old, you can be a cougar.
What's
But
the
also
male
if you're
word for
like
that?
if you're like 30 and you're dating a
A
20-year-old,
pedophile?
you're still a cougar.
yeah.
I think, okay, so the way I was
What do
explaining
you call a guy that does
A guy that does
that? A
that?
guy that dates a younger girl.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
That man's dick is gold.
Oh, yeah,
But
I'd be a bottom for him. There's no
Oh.
question.
okay.
It's
No, but like I would
don't
say
like words.
I would say mature is old people. Cougar is based on age difference, and then MILF is if you're a mom.
Yeah, but MILF is now because there's so many goddamn fucking 19-year-old moms.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I would say, yeah. I guess when I was told, MILF was like your friend's hot mom
Yeah.
who would be like late 20s, early 30s.
I guess that's the
but now-
qualifier. It has to be your friend's hot mom, meaning you are of a child age enough to start becoming sexually active or like sexually aware, which would make the mom older, which is why the image of a MILF would be okay.
Yeah.
I like how I'm holding my vape pen like this
Like
is
it's a
like
pen.
research. Like I'm like, yes, wonderful, write this down.
Writing notes.
And then I was told a puma, which is a cougar, just a different word for a cougar.
Puma sounds like a fat
I've
lady.
never heard of a puma.
A puma is just someone who's not an old lady and who is with a younger guy. And then an older lady, so like
Interesting.
after 50, would be
So like
cougar.
a Puma would be like a 30-year-old chick who's dating a 23-year-old.
Yeah, something like that.
Hmm.
So like,
But what are the names for guys?
Well, it's kind of normal for a guy to date a younger girl. Like, not substantially younger, but like 5-year difference. Like, that's normal.
don't come after Tanner. That's just how society makes it.
I mean,
That's just
I'm
how
not-
it is.
I'm not wrong, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look.
I don't mean
here's-
underage
here's the
girls. I'm
deal.
just saying there's an age gap
I'll-
usually,
I'll
and the guy's
fucking-
older.
I'll fucking say it. If there's like a 20-year age gap,
That's nuts.
it's uncomfortable no matter what gender it is.
Yeah.
Like for me, like I could never do that. I don't think.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Jennifer
just,
Lopez, Tina Turner, Mariah Carey. Who else has done it? A lot
Mariah
of
Carey.
Yeah.
She's not over 20 years.
They've all dated people who are like over 10 years.
That-
But that's
Younger.
different,
Yeah.
though. Like, they are celebrities who look good and are successful
yeah.
consistently.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm talking. I'm talking like the the thought that was in my head, it just ran away. It just took everything with
gone.
it, and I'm left with nothing. And the divorce lawyer isn't calling.
But it's like if I were dating like a 50-year-old like average looking woman, like why? Is that what you're talking about, Tommy? Like that kind of relationship?
Because her teeth come out.
No, what I was saying was I put the 20-year stamp on it because like 15 years to 20 years is kind of where you start getting like
Kind of iffy.
Like yeah,
Gotcha.
You were a
This-
full-grown adult making bad decisions before I was born.
yeah,
Yeah.
But it's just it's
Weird
just
thought.
odd. I also know some people. I know a couples who have like a 15, 16 year difference, and it works fine. Like you would never know it really. It's just odd. Just depends. I think it's because it's usually a really old dude with like a really young, spry, like 20-year-old, like fucking girlfriend, and it's like 4
feel
years
like-
ago she was like 16.
I feel like it works.
I know.
It works when the person's so old that they're just like, I don't care, just do it. And the other person's just like, I have so much ambition and dreams. I'm going to turn this house into a castle. I don't care, just do it. Like, I think those two personalities together just seem to work well.
It's just I've never seen whenever it's a huge age gap, like if you ever see it like in the media with like celebrities or anything like that, or like in real life, like I've known like one or two that are like that. They never worked out. It just never does. Like it doesn't even matter if you get married. It just there's such a hardcore generational disconnect. Unless you're like the easiest going people, there's always some tension points.
Does Leonardo
It seems
DiCaprio
like-
not have children?
No, I
no
don't
idea.
think so. I don't think so.
Huh. I wonder if that's why he always breaks up with them. Because then they start getting to the age where they want kids. And he's like, no.
Fucking Tom Cruise divorced all his wives when they were 33. Fucking do with that information what you will.
Tom Cruise is nuts, dude.
Dude, do you think Tom Cruise still has nuts?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think he does.
No, because I don't know.
Real
man.
ones or prosthetic ones?
No, real.
I
ones.
feel like Tom Cruise, if he had nuts, I feel like he'd be putting a lot more little Scientology babies into the world.
No, I think
Maybe he's aware of how scary that shit is, and he is
No.
not wanting
No,
to.
he's not aware.
No, he's in.
He's their poster boy. He is too
Yeah.
deep in it. He's so blind.
It's conspiracy time. Let me just...
Yeah, he's.
Oh god, that
Ooh,
was way
wow,
too loud.
that crispy.
Nah, but I feel like
The fucking waveform.
I feel like Tom Cruise is on like an ejaculation schedule. Like like it's an exercise for
Oh my
him.
god, I was taking a drink, you fucking asshole.
Like 10 a.m. in
spicy.
the morning and then 2 p.m. on certain days. Like he goes jerks one out and then goes acts in
So you're
Mission
saying,
Impossible 8. You
Like
know? It's
2 to 3 times a day, there's an intern who goes bareback, and they're like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I gotta go get Tom's jacking off mirror."
She just walks past with like a crusty sock.
Oh, just he's old school. No, yeah, it's like
Do you think that's what the interns just all have to do? Is like they're just on like a schedule of like, oh yeah, you wake up at this time, go into his room, and it's just working him out.
They just keep telling him something. It's a performance thing. It's a performance thing. It's like,
Just, we got to keep you looking as young as possible, sir.
the amount of sexual assaults happening in Hollywood on a daily basis.
A daily.
But if you hear that clicking and clacking behind us, it's old lady Sheba
struggling down the stairs.
coming down the stairs.
I was wondering what it was. I was like, I can't tell which direction.
There is nothing more gratifying than coming home to Sheba, even if you haven't actually left and you were just out in the garage for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because she is so fucking just obliterated with how happy she is. Like, she is like, oh my God, it's you. Like, and it's like, but when I just was gone for like, what, 5 days, 6 days? And it's like, coming home, she just at the house. I was like, "Oh, Shiva, come here." I was like, "It's okay."
It's just like she's so excited that she makes like the weirdest little like whines and noises. Like,
Yeah.
it's like obviously involuntary.
Yeah,
She doesn't mean to make those noises. She's just so excited.
She's just so happy. But yeah, it's coming home to that. I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna miss this." You don't go anywhere.
so precious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to the store just to buy like a couple of things, and I came back and she was like so happy to see me. And I was like, I was only gone for like 15 minutes. And I was like, just control yourself.
Some of her biggest reactions were her, like, hey, Sheba, come here. She's like, yeah, talk about me.
Yep.
Some of her biggest reactions were her, me just coming back from the store. But it's the way she howls at you. She howls at you. She howls at you in a tone that's like, oh my God, it's you. Like, you're home. You're home. And it's
I never thought this day would come.
Yeah. It's fucking great. And then you got Storm, the big goober there, swinging her paws around.
She's a toddler in a dog suit. Like,
I fucking love Storm so much.
She just has those left hook, right hook, and she doesn't understand like that she's big and heavy too.
Anytime I see Storm, I can't help but say her name. I'm just like, hey, and like, look at you, come here.
Not Adam. Tanner did it earlier today. He like walked down the stairs and saw her. And he's like, Storm.
well, I always say Storm's name in a really weird voice. And this was probably like the weirdest voice you probably heard me call her name by.
It was.
So I walked by and I said her name in like this like growly, like weird high-pitched voice.
Palpatine-esque.
Yeah, and then I walked past the like pathway right here, and I was like, "Oh, hey, Gabe, sorry, did you?" Hear that?
You and me both, Tanner. I feel like we call out the dog's name a lot more than anyone else. Because anytime I see one of them, I say their names. And like anytime I see Sheba, I'm always like, Sheba, what are you doing? And anytime I see Storm, it's always Storm. Come here, you big goober. Like, it's always something like that.
The way you just said Sheba's name made me think of that scene in Star Wars Episode 3 when Padme's giving birth and that weird robot's like Ooba. I think maybe it's like a therapeutic thing to just say their names. I don't know.
Sheba has one weird tick though, where I'll be like walking up to her, she'll be laying on the couch. I'm like, Sheba, like, what are you doing, Sheba? And she's all wagging her tail and, all like excited. The minute your hand touches her, tail stops. Poof. And she's like, okay, pet. It's like, what? You okay? Like, are you scared of me? What's happening?
No, she likes it. She just wants to focus on it with everything she
She's
has.
like, oh, fuck yeah. That's some good human contact.
Whenever I see them and they're like looking at me, I'm just like, yes, may I help you? Why are you staring at me? Like what like I want them to respond. They don't respond.
No.
Never.
Gabe's kids are going to be the kids that are like, Dad, what's up? Do you love me? Why do you want to know?
Yeah, that's why I'm not having
Yeah,
kids.
what do you want?
I'm hungry.
It's
Oh, Jesus.
stop it.
Now he just went from like quirky, like trauma dad to fucking abusive, neglectful.
Yep.
Yeah, you take your moment of
I
silence.
know. Well, I was just gonna make another bad joke, and I was like, I'll hold it in.
Restrain.
Because I can only beep so much.
Also, to segue from this, me being a terrible father, I made one of my children listen to BTS as he promised.
Don't refer to me as your child.
Why? You don't want to be neglected?
No.
Oh, this sounds kinky.
It does. I don't like.
Where's
the way
this going? We thinking Dude Loft porn sets here?
Oh God.
It's a massive company.
Dude, I would love if we ever turn this into a media conglomerate, we need to have a porn division strictly so I can write the porn theme song. Because I want that. I want that job.
Dude, we have listeners in not listeners, but a listen at least in every continent except for Oceania. We need like an Australian or New Zealand person to listen to us, and then we can be Dude Loft Mountain worldwide.
Oh, I was like, what does this have to do with making porn, Tanner?
Oh no, I'm just
Like,
I'm just talking about your world domination.
Yeah, so American Samoa, hit us up, bro. New Zealand,
Get it?
Australia.
World domination.
World domination.
A porn company domination.
Ooh. Good ideas.
See, we're ready. We got the ideas. We just need the financing.
Tanner, how do you feel about your house being used for people to fuck on camera for?
God no.
Come on. Come on, it's
You
perfect.
could have the next famous couch.
It's leather couches and tile floor. The squirt can get anywhere.
Imagine I have some friends over and they're like, I can just see them kind of glance around the room and kind of,
but they'll never say
have
anything.
a questioning look on their face, and I'm like, if I see it, I'm like, oh God, they know.
But they would
They know.
never mention it out loud, especially if they're sitting next to their girlfriends or wives.
They wouldn't, but I would know that they know, and it'd just be bad.
I just thought of like
You
like,
should fuck with them. You should be like, yeah, if you want to. just have their wife like, yeah, if you want to sit right in this spot, and their husbands just go, no, not there. Don't sit
I
there.
dropped the coaster. Can you pick that up, please?
I just had an image in my head of like porn being shot on your front room couch, and then Storm's just standing in the background, like, "What's happening? No!"
She just has her crazy eyes.
With her
There's
paw,
fish over there. What's happening?
trying to get pets.
Yeah, comes over, drops a ball on the chick. So anyway,
just boom.
yeah. Oh, that's what we can use the gypsy tent for. Then no one will know it's your house.
We're not having a gypsy tent in my house, dude.
Bro.
We've been over this so many times.
Bro.
haven't we? So many times.
Bro.
No.
What if I told you porn is a $25 billion a year industry?
I don't care. I can't support it, dude. It gets my morals.
It's against your morals?
Oh,
You-
yeah.
You don't like to fuck?
The porn
No, I
or
like
the
to
gypsy
fuck.
tent?
The porn.
Oh,
The porn is against your morals.
but the
Dude,
gypsy
porn
tent
is
isn't.
terrible.
Porn is terrible.
Like, if it fucks with your head so bad.
Yeah, porn is not
It
necessarily healthy.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, if you watch it like a normal amount and are like okay with it, or like maybe not okay with it, but you know, if you watch it like every now and then, you're not like addicted to it or anything, that's fine. But once you get addicted to it, like it fucks up like your sexual drive, like your
Is
stamina.
Is that porn's fault, or is that just someone who has an addiction?
No,
fault?
yeah, it's someone who has an addiction,
Well,
but it's
porn-
one of those
it's like
things that are
porn-
really easy to get addicted to.
Porn
because-
is like the catalyst, and then your hand is the bomb.
yeah.
Because you're basically just have a masturbation addiction at that point, right?
Honestly, I think porn is how some people get into like pedophilia and other things that are really bad. Because like, I think if you get addicted to it so much that you watch it and then just like normal porn isn't enough to like excite
I've heard
you,
this where like
then you
can
get
no
into-
longer get aroused. So
you
have
get
to
into
keep
the
finding
weirder and weirder
weirder
shit.
Oh, it just like
and-
keeps escalating.
Yeah,
I've heard this. That's
yeah.
right.
I think the porn industry is terrible.
Oh yeah. Those girls don't get paid enough to have all that inside them.
I mean, actually, I'm sure they make a lot of money. It's
No,
the poor. It's the
I've-
poor dudes. They don't get enough.
The poor dudes. Oh God! Let us weep for the male porn star. Oh no!
The porn industry is the only industry where the women make more than the men, probably.
Probably.
Because the men have amazing benefits.
Yeah, they
Like
just get to
getting to
fuck.
have a big dick and fuck all the time.
The I've been to like a few of their like, I don't know what to call them, like media parties or just like celebrations of things.
Porn?
Yeah. Remember I told you about this.
What?
One
No,
of
I
my
don't
friends
remember this
was
at all.
he worked for a studio that was for gay porn, which was
How many videos were you in?
I wasn't in any
Oh, okay.
at all.
Let me
And-
clarify. None.
But I would go to there. We were friends, and so I would go with him to parties that I did not know were porn parties, which wouldn't make a difference. I would have just went anyway. It's free things. But I went, and then I remember I told you I was asking these questions like, why are like there's a lot of random people here. Like there's a lot of fucking people. Like, this is a fancy party.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh yeah, they work with me, and they work at this other place, and they there's studios and stuff. Like you're saying studio, like what the fuck do you do? Like, is this your music or what's happening? And because I was like 21, I think.
He's
at the
like,
time.
yeah, there's music in it sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't really hear it. But no, it was he worked for a gay porn studio, which was owned by a bigger studio. And
It's
they
always a
had-
bigger fish.
and they always had they just had all these people collabing, and there was women. and
Oh, they
men.
were collabing
was I going
very
with this?
intently.
Oh, but yeah,
I don't know.
none of them. The ones who make money are the owners and directors.
Oh, yeah.
The other people make money to like be comfortable for their early 20s, but early 20 porn stars do not know how to do anything with that money to keep themselves
Yeah.
comfortable.
I don't know if I watched a documentary on it or like an interview or something, but I heard or I learned from whatever it was that like the porn stars get paid kind of on like what they do.
Yeah.
So if it's just like kind of like normal clean sex, they don't make a lot of money. But it's when you get into like double penetration or like hardcore and the stuff that's like
I'm sure it's
more or less like uncomfortable for them, that's where the money is.
I'm sure the
Which
more
is like
There's a great stand-up bit about that.
the
on
more
internet.
the more your name can be searched in a filter, I'm sure you make more.
sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say there's a stand-up that a guy does about talking about, I forgot who it is, but he's talking about how his buddy is dating a porn star, And he goes, oh yeah, he thought it was all fun and fucking games. And then one day he comes over to my house with a piece of paper in his hand. He throws it down on my table and he goes, that's one of our fucking video contracts. And he looks at it and it's like, is willing to do like anal, vaginal, blowjobs, airtight. And
Airtight?
Yeah, and he goes, what the fuck does airtight mean? And then he asked the girl's like, it's like everything filled, all holes.
Airtight.
Yeah, airtight. And he was like, ah! Like, and I was like, yeah.
I think there's Bill Burr has a bit in one of his stand-up specials where he's talking about how like he went on a date with a porn star, and he was like, well, and she was like, yeah, we can go to lunch after work, you know, or go to dinner after work, and he was like, why don't we do lunch like before work? And you're just thinking about like, I don't want to have lunch or dinner with this chick after she gets railed by a dick that's 4 inches bigger than mine.
That is
She can't eat before though.
porn star husbands.
true.
Porn star husbands and boyfriends. Like I don't like. Usually it's their porn stars because I guess that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the only people that are gonna understand. But there's like I was watching that like a couple years ago, that documentary on Netflix. What's it called? Something girls.
Like Hot Girls Wanted.
Hot Girls Wanted or something like that.
Yeah.
And there's
that may have been the thing that I was trying to think of before.
and there's a boyfriend in there who's dating one of the girls and like wanting her to get out of porn, but he's just like a machine worker or something like that. And I'm like, how? Like, how the fuck do you get like? Is she really that amazing that it like paints over that in your mind? Like, I just don't know how.
To him,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah,
To him, it does.
It's just,
That's
I mean,
tough. I couldn't imagine.
I couldn't fucking do it.
Dude, I'd like to think I'm not jealous, but oh god, I'd be
That's
so.
not jealousy though. Like your partner is getting fucked on
Yeah.
a daily basis.
I know, but
Like,
I'm sure the conversations are like, oh, it's acting, or you know, it's like it's my job.
okay,
But
acting only goes so far.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
is a 10-inch cock inside
I
you.
know, but it's like
you're
you
5'2".
you watch the video of your significant other just like coming insanely on screen, and it's like, why don't you do that with me? And it's just it'd be morally destroying.
Yeah. There was a lot of those kind of because I asked a lot of those questions because I was like, wait. You used to date this person, and they used to date this person, and you guys used to date each other. I was like, and you did a scene with this person, and all of you have seen each other's work. And they're like, yes. And nobody is trying to kill the other. Like, this has never been a problem.
Yeah.
And like, no, because we understand, like, it's our job.
Yeah.
Like, it's really hard to date someone out of the industry.
That's what I would say. If it's all
then-
within the circle, it probably okay.
He's like, but then we all try to date each other and like think it's going to be different, and it just always doesn't work out because you don't like going to work every day. You don't want to come home and do the same thing you just did at work all day.
Mm-hmm.
And
Unless you're Arnie, who's coming all the time.
Every day I'm coming.
they had like a lot of valid points, and I was like, that's a struggle. Like that's definitely, and that's what like a lot of them, like when OnlyFans came out, a lot of them who already had OnlyFans or like they're just familiar with adult work have said like, you guys should probably really understand your life was never going to be the same, and it's going to be very difficult for you to find someone who isn't either a fan who just wants to be with you because they are a fan, or they want that, that notch in their belt that, oh yeah, I've been with a porn star. Because like that happens a lot, and you think you're on a regular date and you're not.
Yeah, and then even if it's not any of those two circumstances and they're in a relationship that is normal, at some point you have to have that conversation.
That like, yeah, I used to do this,
And
or I
that's
did
like-
this.
A certain kind of person will
My
be okay
friend-
with that. Most people I don't think would be.
My friend, he had a boyfriend, and they both worked for the same studio, and they were great, lovely people. The boyfriend eventually left, and he was making a lot of money because he was just a more famous name. I've never heard from him again. No idea what's going on in his life today. But my friend left for another person who was completely not in the porn industry for like a couple years. He is back in porn. And I'm like, you're getting old. Like, when does this end? But he looks really young. Like, he takes care of himself because his body is his finance.
Yeah.
Like, that's how
That
he's
makes
going to make
sense.
money.
Yeah.
So I guess he's going to be doing it until he's 40 looking 30. So we'll see.
That must suck to make a decision like that when you're like 18, 19.
Yeah.
And
They usually
then-
make it when they're 17. They run away from home because they all live in the fucking, at least the gay ones. They all live in like the Midwest, they all travel to LA and Phoenix because those are where the porn hubs
The dicks are. Yeah.
and that's where they stay. I have at least 3 people now who I live within 5 miles from that I have been at a party and have had conversations with who do porn. They all live here because this is where their studios are.
Well, yeah, no. I mean, if you go to Scottsdale, I bet you could walk into a restaurant and there's probably one chick there who has an OnlyFans or is a cam girl or is a porn girl.
Yeah. Well,
like,
I mean,
Scottsdale is a huge porn town.
OnlyFans and cam girls are all over the place now, but I wonder if like actual like porn stars, there'd probably be a good number of them too.
I could probably find...
as well as celebrity athletes. But
I could probably
come
find
stay in Scottsdale.
one of the Scottsdale homes that I've been into for one of the parties because it's also in a few scenes.
Yeah.
There's also a Mesa house that I've been inside of, and I was like, why does this look familiar? And they're like, oh, it's from this scene that so-and-so's in. They showed me the guys, and I was like, this is...
They just pull up the
I was
video
like-
on their phone. They have it ready. Look, this is here.
Well,
Where
they
all that cum was.
They just they just pointed to him, and I looked at him, and I was like, oh, you do look familiar. I was like, I have seen this. And I was like, this is like a reverse petting zoo. I was like, I'm the only one here who's just asking like, oh, you, and I've seen this, and I've this. I was like a kid in a candy store.
Backroom casting couch, the meme one.
Yes.
You know, like the black couch. That's in Scottsdale.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Yep.
It's
A lot of those girls are from ASU.
Asu?
ASU.
ASU, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get that.
I'm not surprised.
I thought that was an Asian girl.
Oh, I thought you get it. I just clarified for the people that don't know about
Honestly,
the
when you
university.
think about
I'm one
it,
of
the three big porn towns have always been Los Angeles, Miami, and like Scottsdale. Scottsdale's always been like the sleeper one. Scottsdale, Phoenix. With LA pretty much running porn out of town with all their regulations and stuff.
So Miami's huge.
Miami is huge
Yeah.
now, and Scottsdale has become like, it's still a sleeper town. Like, no, like if you ask anyone like where do you think porn's being filmed, it's mainly Miami. But
It's because of Scottsdale. And they
Yeah.
purposely, like, their studios are never in Scottsdale. They're in Tempe, they're in Mesa, they're in different places.
Yeah.
But
That's why I'm always weirded out renting apartments around here, because I'm like, is someone renting the apartment next to me as a porn studio? Because that's like a pretty common thing.
Yep. God, that must be so funny to like move in with your family and we're like, this is such a nice penthouse. Like, yeah, we just have one neighbor. It's just constant wailing.
'Cause I think they might have a sexual addiction. There's lots of slapping.
Like, yeah, just a note filled out of just 10 people with big black suitcases just walking into this
And
building.
I think, don't leases have a thing on it that says like some leases say like you're not allowed to film like pornography or something without a permit.
There's
or
a
something.
bunch of
yeah.
Airbnbs in Scottsdale specifically that have that
Yeah.
because of that reason.
That's right. That was the
'Cause
big
they
thing
were
that
opening-
Airbnb, it, like had to come down on people because they were renting Airbnbs for porn studios.
Yep.
Like
And
you're,
then
you're trying to jerk off, and then suddenly there's your grandma's picture, and it's your house, and it's like, what the fuck?
No.
Yeah, people's pictures were in the backgrounds.
Yeah.
It was, but now, like, I'm like, that's just them being stupid. Like, because I inquired, I was like, what did you guys do? Like, what did you get in trouble or what happened? And they're like, no, like, we're not idiots. We know we use the bedroom that just looks like a generic bedroom.
Yeah.
But for the most part, now they use one of the directors, his personal home, which is in Scottsdale.
Yeah,
They
you
just
can
use-
always tell when it's the director or producer's house because it's really fucking nice.
Yeah.
It's fucking huge. It's amazing. Their pool is amazing. His whole house. I was like, why do you need such a big house?
So-
because he has an entire fucking studio in there
Because he
having
needs
sex in
4 different
rooms.
scenes.
Yeah, in
That's why.
different rooms.
After a 20-minute conversation about porn,
Yeah.
my point is, Dude Loft Fuck Studios or something. I mean, come on.
No.
We make big money. We live in Scottsdale.
Okay,
That's
okay.
the top of the top. That's the Beverly Hills of the Southwest, okay?
I will
It's
make
true.
you.
It's-
I will make you a deal. As soon as we end up on a Pez dispenser, I will force Tanner to consider your meeting about porn studio.
Pez dispenser?
I just want to have a Pez where it's Tommy's mouth just wow as you open and close it.
You want a Pez dispenser to be the lighting of the torch for our porn career?
Yes, because listen to the sentence you just said. That's why.
Dude,
It's a good sentence.
we don't even have to touch the business, okay? we just hire people.
I don't
do
know.
it.
Yeah, with what money, Tommy? Here's what we need.
Be ginormous.
We need to start an OnlyFans of my dirty feet, and then we'll take that money, hire people, buy some cameras, go from there.
No,
It's
because
gonna- waterfall.
OnlyFans escalates. OnlyFans always escalates because the money's too fucking good. And once it starts to go down, you start escalating, and eventually you got pictures of your fucking boy button up there. We're not gonna let that shit fucking happen.
I wouldn't let it go that far.
That's what you say. That's what you say until you're earning $40,000 a month. Until you're earning $40,000 a month in today trading, it's not going so well.
I think
I'm going up to your
You got
fucking
potatoes growing out to your ass.
fucking Jesus.
I think I would let it escalate to you opening a watermelon with your toes, and then I'd be like, okay, this is probably the finale. Tanner. It's time to shut it
It's a
down.
little too far.
It's whenever we walk by Tanner's phone sitting on the table and it lights up and we just glance at it and it just says, from Jeff, now mush the potatoes with your
And say potatoes.
boil them, mash them, then stick them in a stew.
Oh, Jesus. But, I mean, we'd also have to have enough money for the harassments that we'll probably get, because you say we don't have to touch the business. I kind of want to touch the business.
I feel dirty. I gotta go take a shower.
yeah.
It was
feel
only a joke.
greasy.
It was only a joke.
Also, the fact that
I
I said the
want-
OnlyFans would be pictures of my feet, and you're saying touch the business, I'm not okay with that.
no.
He wants
Only-
to touch the business.
No, thank you. Get your hobbit feet away from me.
but
That's to
here's the
fund
thing,
the
is
porn business.
I gotcha. Okay.
I need Dude Loft Mountain to become such a giant media conglomerate that, like, at some point in time, an intern walks up to me and is like, "Oh, by the way, there's some packages outside. It's all the skis from the new Dude Loft ski line that we did." And I'm like, "Oh, we did that." Like, it's just like, fucking
Oh, shit.
sweet. How much did we
You
make?
just sign off an invoice.
yeah. And then I go back to my office hammock. I'm the producer. I don't have to do anything.
No, your hobbit feet were to fund this business. You ever seen Rush Hour? With Chris. Okay, so you know when he walks in.
Okay, hang on. You don't say, "Have you ever seen Rush Hour with Chris Tucker?" You say, "Have you
Jackie
seen Rush
Chan.
Hour with Jackie Chan?"
I was gonna say Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan, but you got it. Anyway, the third one when he walks into the French changing room and all the girls, and he walks up and down this line of women. He's just like, first, I will dress the blondes, and then the brunettes. That's me as soon as we get any sort of other business other than this podcast. I don't care if it's just like, oh, we have a Hot Wheels line. I'm going in there with that same attitude.
Can we get a Hot
Dude,
Wheels line?
that'd be dope. Hot Wheels line would be
I want mine
sick.
just to be me on a trike.
Well, I want the NASCAR cars that you designed logos for.
Dude,
I want Hot Wheels of those.
I seriously want, if we ever had enough money to sponsor a car,
Oh, it'd be so
we
sick.
should totally fucking do it, because that design I did with, I'm not going to toot my own horn too much here, but it's
pretty
fucking
nice.
awesome.
It does look
Nice.
really good.
Yeah, I was really, on the car, with it going,
Dude, I thought it was real. I was like,
Yeah.
how did you make this?
Your Hot Wheels.
what have you done?
Your Hot Wheels would look like Bowser and Mario Kart on the motorcycle.
That's what I'm going for. Yeah, I want the knees out and up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just way too high into your chest.
Who do you play as Mario Kart?
Usually either a Shy Guy or King Boo. One of those two. Those are my boys.
Okay, before they added those people,
I don't know.
was it not invented yet?
No, I mean, I've always played games where there was at least King Boo. The
So
first
you never played Double Dash?
the first Mario Kart I ever played was on the Wii.
Oh wow!
Oh wow, fuck.
Oh yeah, because you didn't have a game console before the Wii, huh?
Nope.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry.
Yeah, I started on the GameCube, and that's where I got.
Who
Double
did you
Dash.
play as?
Oh no, I started on Nintendo 64. What the fuck am I saying? Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, huh?
Who did you play?
I was always I play as Waluigi.
I played as him sometimes
Yeah,
too. Yeah, I
he's
like
pretty
Waluigi.
great on the one
High
of the
knees.
motorcycles in.
High knees.
Yeah, no, but
Just wrong body type.
his motorcycle in Mario Kart. I think it's 9, the one on the Switch. Is that 8
Yeah.
or 9? Yeah, 9. Yeah. that one, his motorcycle looks like a real chopper. So I like that, and then he actually looks like okay sitting on it. So it's just it looks cool. Like out of all the cars,
they made it like his portion.
Yeah, but he's fast on that thing. Like he's very fast. Mario Kart's fucking bullshit though.
I fucking love Mario Kart. Although that 9 fucks me up. That Rainbow Mountain roller coaster fucking loopy loop. Nope.
I fucking practiced Mario Kart for like a month. You shut your fucking mouth.
You shut your fucking mouth.
I practiced it for a month one time to try to beat a friend.
Are you single?
What gave it away? Okay, you're making it sound like I sat with my Switch in my hand like 12 hours a day for 30 days,
sweating.
Yeah, like for like 30 minutes to an hour a night, maybe that long.
No, I'm just giving you shit.
I'd do it anyway. But we were trying to beat a friend, and I was there. Like my speed was going good. I was all great and everything. Everything was great. She always has some fucking bullshit to pull out of her fucking sleeve. It's the dumbest fucking shit. I would say she cheats, but I don't know how. So I can't really.
She's just better.
Does she hit you?
Literally, there have been so many times where you'll be racing towards the finish line. There's no one around. You're like, yes, I'm gonna fucking win, and then she goes right before you hit the checkered. It's the fucking worst. Rant over.
She got a mushroom, at the last minute.
No, because she knows how to save shit. I think. Mm-hmm. I think that's the thing. She knows what things to save, because like every time I bump into her to try to knock her out of the way, I get fucked up, and I'm like, I know you're saving shells and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Like okay, but yeah, it's just that I practiced for a month, got online. One track I practiced a lot on. That's the only one I could win on. Every other one I got fucking stomped.
Yeah, I was always good. The rainbow one, contrary to popular belief, I suck on. It's real bad. It's so bad. I die all the time. I eventually just quit. I'm just like, I can't. I'm so far behind. It makes no sense for me to continue playing. I will only be wasting time.
Yeah. It's. I don't know. I kind of want a little bit of a sometimes we have thoughts.
And
sometimes when you have thoughts in your head, children, gather around. Shh, Papa's talking. And then sometimes you have bad thoughts in your head. And you cope by doing copious amounts, some would say too much amounts of marijuana. And then you have regular thoughts that you would like to vocalize to your friends. And then they run the fuck away.
If there's ever a podcast award ceremony, I think the only one I would ever go confidently in that we're going to win is the ability to start a topic and lose
stay on it.
all fucking reasoning of how you got anywhere.
Is it maybe because your producer is constantly fucked up?
I started this by saying I made Tanner listen to BTS in a funny way.
Then we started talking about porn for 20 minutes.
I mean, usually when I talk about the BTS boys, it turns into porn, but not like outside of my head. But go on. You listen to BTS.
I listened to BTS. Yeah, you made me a playlist of BTS songs.
But the sex.
Let everyone know. I made this playlist. I am not like the biggest fan. I don't know a lot of things. There's plenty of people part of the army who like know way more than they should. I made this playlist with like I feel a good mix of like old stuff, new stuff. I didn't use any of the English songs because the whole purpose was they're Korean. So if you want to listen to it, it's called BTS for Tan. And you can be the judge of like, oh, he should have listened to this song, should have listened to that song, whatever. But I feel like it's a good mix of like new stuff, old stuff, in the mix stuff. Some of their like individual work was on there too.
Only one.
Really?
Yeah, just August D or however you say
his name is Suga, and he's my favorite.
But
one of my favorites.
But that
Jimin is my favorite.
That one August D song you sent. I can't even say it.
No, there are two.
Ditch Witta.
Yeah,
that song's good.
There's two because one's by Jimin.
Was there two?
And the other one is by.
No, it's all BTS except for the one August D song.
The one that Jimin sings alone.
You say that like I know who that is.
he put it on. It's Serendipity. He puts it on the BTS album, but it's his own song. And there's another
How
song
was I supposed to know that?
that I don't know, but it says BTS, but it's only sung by one member, and it's his own song,
Interesting.
from what I understand.
Do you realize you bought the glasses of a 90s stockbroker? 80s stockbroker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just saying. Anyway, BTS.
So how did you feel? How did it go?
Well, the playlist that you made for me was definitely like curated for me. Cause like I've heard some of BTS's other stuff and I'm like, fuck that shit. But
I
like,
tried not to put pop music on there.
But yeah, no. And like you put, I enjoyed some of their stuff that had more rap influences in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then
you played dirty.
and then there was
you aren't supposed to do that.
and then there was like songs that were more poppy, and then there were like definitely
Poppy?
more like R&B, like if a Korean boy band made R&B, like there was that.
Yeah,
And
which I go back and forth.
I don't
with
care for any of
myself.
that shit. I don't like that at all. But the rap stuff I enjoyed a lot, like the August D to Wichita song or whatever, sent me down a rabbit hole
That
of
one.
listening to Korean rap. And holy shit, they have some good stuff.
They do, and it's really okay. So Suga, who goes when he's on his own, goes by August D. Then there's RM, who has his own name as well when he does rap stuff, and then J-Hope, which is my favorite. Like, he's really fucking talented in many, many ways. Suga's way of rapping, I enjoy. I enjoy
Yeah.
his voice, how
good.
he raps.
Definitely. And it's kind of like it's like edgy kind of and like kind of
Yeah.
off kilt a little bit. Like he does good. But yeah, so I listened to DeWichita and I was like, that was nice. And I started exploring Korean rap a little bit. And I definitely got away from mainstream because like DeWichita, like, or whatever, August D, like his solo stuff he has like 5 million listeners on Spotify, monthly listeners or something. I started listening to people that have like maybe 100,000. So I was listening to people like Bohan Phoenix and Villain and Juno Flow, and those guys have a lot of English influences. Like I'm pretty sure most of them are bilingual. But damn, they had some good stuff.
Yeah.
And then I kind
It's a
of
good rabbit hole to fall into.
Yeah,
That's
and
how
then-
I liked them. I watched a video, fell in love with Jimin, like physically. And then Suga and J-Hope had rapping bits in the song.
yeah.
And I was like, I like them. So I listened to their songs, and that's how I kind of.
So yeah, I didn't save on my phone any of BTS's stuff, but the rap that I fell into, I saved a lot of that music. And then I wanted to explore kind of the other side of things, and I started listening to Blackpink. Do you know that band?
Isn't that one of your favorites?
They're the big girl band from Korea.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they
Oh, I'm thinking of Baby Metal.
Baby
Metal, yeah. But Blackpink, they have a song called "Kill This Love," which is probably like their most listened to song, and I enjoyed it. It's definitely like it's like it's produced.
I'm not the biggest fan of them, but some of their songs.
But
are
like,
right.
I mean, everything that you hear on the radio nowadays is produced. Like, there's a
Yes.
formula that the producers put together, and they're just like, "Hey, you're Justin Bieber, sing on this, and let's make $1 billion."
Yeah.
Like that's what they do. Blackpink is very much the same vibe, but it's like instead of where we're at now with pop, the Blackpink and the like more popular like K-pop stuff is maybe like 2010 pop. Like they really like focus on the bass and the brass, and those are things that I like. So like the sound of it's really good. I enjoyed that a lot.
I think that's why I like it so much, because that was like amazing era of pop. Is yeah.
But then I started diving into Blackpink a little bit more, and I noticed that all of their songs go through like 4 or 5 different moods. Like one individual song will have like a really vocal, like soft feeling, and then it goes into the like brass and bass heavy chorus, and then it goes into more soft stuff, and then a little bit more poppy. And there's like so many different shifts in each and every single one of their songs. It's like too much.
It's because they're a group. Like the way that I feel Koreans do their groups is, one, it's very much like, we are building a group, bring us people,
Yeah.
and we'll tell you what happens. Which the last time Americans did that, we had One Direction. But it was very much like,
That was
this
England.
is. Oh yeah, you're
It was
right.
a Simon Cowell
You're right.
creation last time
You're
we did
right.
it was probably NSYNC or
Yeah.
Yeah.
something.
But so overall, it wasn't bad. What I probably enjoyed about listening to K-pop the most was that like I could just put this music on, and when I listen to music, I listen to it very intently, and I like pay attention to the production and mostly the lyrics. I don't know Korean. So I can't do that with this. So like I just put this on during work and I like got a shit ton of work done for like 2 hours while I was listening to the playlist. So like I will never listen to K-pop in my spare time. But maybe if I'm at work and there's nothing else that I really want to listen to and I just want to have noise, I'll put it on.
Soothing noise.
Have you, Tanner, ever listened to Rammstein?
I mean, I know of them, and that's like it's a little too much for me to just like put on to have noise while
Gabe.
working.
I have no idea what this word even means.
Okay, I'm going to curate a Rammstein playlist for you of what I
do
consider to be their best songs. And there are, I know what you're probably thinking of them. You're thinking of them of like their Firefly days or whatever, like the
Well, what's their most popular song, or the one that we've talked about?
probably
before?
Firefly.
Well, they have like a saying, right? Or there's
Well, Du Hast.
Du Hast.
Yeah,
That's the
stuff like
that's
that.
the song.
They have a lot of more melodic stuff.
Okay.
Du Hast is just. There was a time I was really high with a buddy, and we were playing Rocket League, and at some point I just started only reversing around the course, and I just started singing Du Hast.
Yeah.
That was so fucked up. But what was I gonna say? Oh, I'll curate a playlist for both of you
Yes.
to listen to Rammstein.
Now that
Rammstein.
I've given K-pop a chance, I'm interested in like listening to what's popular in other parts of the world. But I also think it would be cool to like try to learn a language, not specifically like just through the music, but if like I wanted to learn Korean, I would also get deeper into K-pop.
So from what
It's definitely a good like tool, I think.
from what I've been told, many fans of K-pop have learned Korean because they've listened to so much K-pop, and Korean's not that hard to learn. Maybe hard to write in that because we write in letters, they write in characters.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I understand,
But phonetically,
yeah.
like no.
Look at me,
Phonetically-
I can speak Korean.
I think that sounds a little Chinese, which is also wrong.
My accent was off.
But yeah, I don't think it's that hard, difficult to listen to grasp. So maybe you could.
Yeah, if I like download Duolingo and like want to learn Spanish, I'll start listening to some Latin music and just kind of have that
You
as
gotta-
like a supplementary.
You got to pick a
Dude.
specific country.
I don't know,
I have
but
a
like
Spanish
that's
playlist.
I'm just generally speaking like use that as a supplementary like educational tool.
I have a Spanish playlist too, if you want to listen to that one. It's called
Yeah.
Música en Español.
That means
I know what it means.
Okay.
God.
It means music in Español.
I took freshman year Spanish. I know the words.
¿De dónde?
De donde?
¿De dónde? ¿Dónde?
What about Donda? Kanye, don't you fail me on August 5th, you bastard.
again.
I'm sure he's listening right now. Like,
He
oh,
is.
No.
I have Kanye's ear. Didn't you know that?
Sense the wind because he hasn't been impressive. I need you to whisper louder.
Just let me believe, okay?
Dude, just like
Take the fucking mask off of his head when you're talking to him.
fucking,
Maybe
fucking
You
ass.
can hear through a pantyhose or whatever that is he had on his head.
is
Oh, that's right. He stood with pantyhose on his head. Huh?
Yeah.
bedazzled pantyhose.
It was bedazzled.
He had one that is just stones.
That was from a while ago.
Oh.
But his listening event for Donda, he just had normal like pantyhose on. He looked like he was about to rob a bank, except for his extravagant outfit.
extravagant.
Extravagant.
Okay.
I don't understand like artsy people. Like, I don't. Is he trying to just be off the wall, or is he trying to be artsy, or is he trying to be? You think he's trying to like send a message? Or?
No, I mean he wears what he wears. The listening event was to preview the album. Like,
That isn't ready.
But
That's
he,
what it was.
He walks around with pantyhose on his head.
oh yeah, yeah.
What? That's a development I have not been aware of.
Yeah,
does
no,
that
he had a
day to day.
pantyhose over his face, and he was in the middle of the arena just.
No,
vibing to
I
his
understand
album.
that, but you made it sound like he does this on a daily.
Probably, it's Kanye.
You know what I think he's going for? I think
Is he
he's-
just going for weird?
I
Like,
think he's going for someone who's not mentally stable, trying to be mentally stable, but still relevant.
Well,
it's just like someone hands him pantyhose and he's like,
dude,
yeah, I
this
know what these
album
hats are.
is about to be nuts. Okay, like I think he's.
Hey, we said we don't use nut in the plural. in this
Sorry,
house.
sorry.
It's about to be nut. This
About
album is about to be nut.
No, but like his relationship with Kim is done, and he's kind of like getting away from the Christian thing. I think. So I think it'll be a mix of like his 808s plus the Christian plus some hard rap.
Dude, you know what I want? I want Scientology Kanye.
That would be too much.
No, come on. Just rapping about Xenu and shit.
Dude, it wouldn't make any fucking
All
sense.
those body thetans.
I couldn't. If this album has one song that could hold a candle to like Jesus Walks or Through the Fire or any of his older ones, I would be very thankful. At least one. Just one. I just want one. Just one really good song that I can add to my Kanye playlist.
What is it about? Like, to quote the great philosophizer,
Sir.
comedian,
Jesus Christ.
I thought he was having a stroke.
Tom Segura. Some people suck, you know?
Some people suck.
And some people have like really good, like we listened to, there's a country artist named Clay Walker who's really big in the 90s. And one of his new songs came on the radio today in the car, and it was like it wasn't anything special or anything like stand out like his older stuff. And it's just like some people just like fall into like obscurity or mediocrity at some point. Like there's some people that are just banger, 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 but then they're like, you know, bands like fucking U2. Like U2 stopped kind of being relevant. Like their last good album was the one that had like in 2001.
Well, the last time anyone ever talked about U2 was when Apple made you to listen to
forced
you
them
to listen
upon
to their
everyone.
album. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that album was shit too.
Yeah, I do think
And like one slightly okay song.
I think there are artists who go into like, I'm going to be famous. I'm going to be known for these things.
Like
And
Cher.
but they don't realize that eventually that's not sustainable. You're going to lose your sanity or your talent in some way. Cher's brilliant though, because all she did is re-sing other people's songs, made fucking millions. ABBA. That was her last album, is her just re-singing ABBA songs. That was it.
Hi.
It sounds amazing.
I'm
I fucking love
Cher.
it.
But you
Everyone
already
go
knew
listen to
that.
Dancing Queens. It's fucking amazing.
Dancing Queens.
Her singing those songs is so good. It's so baffling how good she is.
Such a interesting person.
Kanye's gonna end up like her.
I want to ask her like,
He's going to be better. He already is better.
He's gonna be just like
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa,
here we
whoa,
go.
whoa, 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 whoa.
They're gonna
What the
fight.
fuck did you just say?
Said Kanye's
What the
better.
fuck do you be stepping down on right now?
Kanye's better.
Better than who?
Cher.
Oh, okay.
By a long shot.
Do you understand how fucking dumb you are right now, bro?
Okay, before you guys start fighting about whose God is better, this can go on for a while.
Oh, I
in
would
history.
pay to watch Kanye v. Cher, dude.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Thank you all for listening very much. Please go to Good Pods app and download that and listen to us on there if you are listening to us on like Spotify or anything else, because it helps us greatly. Anything you want to add?
No, yeah, just if you don't listen to Good Pods, whatever you listen on, subscribe, rate, do all this good stuff.
Yeah, share with your friends.
Watch the YouTube video of the last board game special. It has some funny moments.
See, and a new winner.
But an unsurprising one considering the subject of the game, just saying.
It was me. I won.
What? It was me. I did it. I'm the winner.
Do you not remember who won?
He probably doesn't
What?
remember.
It was me.
Was it?
I won.
Yeah,
Did you?
Yes.
I thought it was Gabe.
he won the first round, and then we played a second.
yeah.
And then you won.
Yeah, and then we said whoever.
Did we do winner take all?
Cumulative. Whoever had the most money, but over the 2 rounds wins, and that was me.
He Jewed me.
That's right.
He Jewed me.
I should stop smoking so much weed.
Thank you, everyone, for coming back to the Dude Loft Mountain. We appreciate it. Share with your friends and come back next week. Thank you and good night.
Ta-ta.